Welcome to the Blerdsnerds podcast.
Hello, everyone, and welcome to the Blerdsnerds podcast. I'm Shannon.
I'm James.
I'm Jaja.
And we are back in what feels like forever for the three of us, bringing you all our thoughts on everything going on in your culture. Thanks for bearing with us, guys, through our summer hiatus. We appreciate you all. You know, summer people, we all have interesting lives that we lead. So, you know,
Yeah.
but now we're back. My summer shenanigans are almost over. I have one more quick thing that I'm doing in a couple weeks, but after that, I'm buckling back down. How have you guys been?
Been pretty good. Summer is flying by, so
it is.
Summer's over, basically, guys. I know summer is the season technically is until mid-September, but I feel like once September hits, summer is
like over. After Labor Day. Is
Friday.
it Labor Day that's coming up?
It is.
Yep.
It's over.
Yeah, I'm glad. I'm excited for summer to be over, guys. It's been hot and ugh. I typically don't like the summer because it's hot and disgusting.
Nasty hot.
Yeah. Fall is my favorite season, so I'm very excited for fall.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, I'm ready for the end of the year, mostly because Attack on Titan's ending.
Is it?
So you think?
So you think? Yep.
Yes, they said this is the end. So
did they? I feel like they said this is the end a year ago.
This is the end. I'm willing to. You heard it here on Blerdsnerds. Attack on Titan is ending.
Wait, when?
Calling it.
This season.
When's that coming out?
It's coming out in the fall sometime.
The fall. Oh.
Yeah, it's coming out soon.
Guys, I forgot what happened at the end of the freaking manga. That's how long it's been since. That's how long they've been dragging it out. I like rushed to read it for no reason. But how have you guys been? What are some nerdy things you guys have been up to?
James, take it away, James.
Yeah, I got my list here, my handy dandy list.
Well, James, have you worn your sneakers yet? I was watching the episode when I was editing.
I have not yet. You know what's crazy? I actually have my Storm shirt on today, so I should have wore this for the unboxing. But I have this Storm shirt.
Nice.
That is, you know what? I don't remember what shirt you had on last week, but the color scheme matched the sneakers.
Yeah, it was a
well, actually.
Shirt.
So yeah, so it was that was pretty crazy. I was like, you could put those on and go out right now if you wanted to.
I put the wrong shirt on. I should have had this one on, so I would have made sure I got the Storm fit or the Storm pair. But yeah, no, I haven't worn them yet though.
Okay,
I got to find somewhere to go.
Yeah, you're gonna wear them to. Oh, never mind.
To something. Yeah,
something.
Whenever I go somewhere.
Plus Ultra event.
Yeah, actually, there's one coming up. But yeah, so wait, let me get to my nerdy things. I still been playing Ollie Ollie World. So I'm having a lot of fun with that. It's just a chill game. It's like kind of like Mario, how like you go to each individual world and just gotta complete a run, and then you just select the next world. So it's kind of like that. So I got about 4. Well, I got 2 areas left, so then I'll be done with that. But yeah, it's a super short game, probably like 5-6 hours altogether. Then I watched Oshi no Ko. So Jaja had mentioned it last pod. I finished it. It was binge worthy.
Nice.
Yeah. Awesome. Did you finish it, Jaja?
Of course. Before I told you about it, I finished it.
What's the show called?
Oshi no Ko.
How many episodes?
We got to get ready for anime of the year, so I'm prepping for that. So I'm trying to watch all the hottest new anime.
If they don't get nominated, it's a robbery. But it's 11 episodes. The first episode is like an hour and some change.
And 45 minutes.
Okay.
Yeah, the first episode is
like a movie, but it was needed.
Yeah, and then
this looks interesting. And you said this is really good.
It's hard to even tell you what it's about without spoiling.
Don't. We can't go into it until Shannon's watched it. Once Shannon's watched it, we can break it down. But I'd rather give you no premise because that's how it was given to me. The person that recommended it to me was like, I don't want to tell you nothing about it. It's just an interesting anime. You just have to watch it. Just watch it.
Yeah, from the photos that I'm looking at, I'm very surprised that this is something that you both like. But again, I don't know what it's about. So
let it be authentic. Yeah. I'm telling you, it's better if we don't say a word. Just let's talk about it after.
Is this on Crunchyroll?
It's on High Dive.
What? Oh, on Amazon. What's High Dive? No. What's that?
Oh, it's on Amazon too? Yeah, I watched it on High Dive. But it's another.
What?
Isn't High Dive like the free Amazon like service?
No, it's like the competition for Crunchyroll right now. It has a lot of the hot anime. It had the last one we all watched together. The one where she was going into the tunnels. That's where it streams at. High Dive.
Oh, right.
I forget the name of it. This
Yeah,
anime,
that
I
was
think
good
I
too. That was
watched it
very
on
good.
Crunchyroll, if I'm not mistaken.
Oh, did you? Okay.
Possibly.
I'll find it.
Yeah, I'm pretty sure.
All right, this is where I watched season 2 of Made in Abyss on High Dive. Okay. I guess I will be paying for that. Okay.
Oshinoko is really good.
Okay.
Wait, Shannon, do you listen to K-pop at all?
I do listen to K-pop. So I went to a
okay.
I went to a Blackpink concert a few weeks ago.
I
You
saw
are
that,
gonna
yeah.
love this anime. Oh my god.
Is that what it's about? K-pop? Probably
I'm not
then.
saying a
That's
word because
Okay.
I can't. It's not gonna be the correct answer.
Okay. But yeah, yes, I do listen to K-pop. Yep.
Yeah, so I binged Oshinoko. I didn't watch anything else, so I didn't get any further in my Marvel rewatch. Because I was watching that. It's once you start watching it, you're like, all right, this is the only thing I'm gonna watch. So
Okay.
yeah, I'm vouching for it like that, Shannon.
All right, I'll watch it this week.
I also been nerding out. So huge track and field fan. The World Championships are going on, so I've been watching the track and field World Championships.
Nice.
Shout out to Team USA. They're collecting the medals, especially in the sprints too. The sprints, man, we doubled in the 4x1 for both men and women. So that's a good thing here. And then I got invited to this party. It's called Shinobi Takeover. It's like a party group kind of thing. So it was a pool party, like anime pool party. So that was pretty cool. I was there last night.
Nice.
So I had a good time out there. But yeah, that's pretty much all my nerdy things.
Wait, so nice. I'm trying to remember from last week. Where did you leave off in your Marvel rewatch?
Ant-Man is the last one I seen.
The first.
So
Ant-Man.
I just I finished phase 2.
Got it. Okay.
Yeah.
You made it pretty far though.
I did. I've been out because I was going in at first, but then Oshinoko came up. So yeah. But I'll get back to it now.
But I definitely heard what you said when you said there's value in rewatching. There is.
Yeah.
As I've been trying to tell you.
Yeah. I was sleeping on rewatches.
Especially in a large interconnected universe like that. You see a lot of things when you watch it all together than when you watch it separately. Only once. Yeah.
My memory is not the best, clearly, from my rewatches, because I didn't even remember they brought the 10 rings in Iron Man. So
Yep.
And Marvel just released a special about that. It's on YouTube. I don't know if it's one of their like assembled episodes, but they got a 10 rings episode where they flash back to Iron Man and say, so I'm expecting it to be connected to the Marvel since they just put out it on YouTube like recently. So they usually put out stuff that's related to the movie coming up. So
gotcha.
Yeah.
All right.
Can't wait for Shang-Chi to come back.
When's that gonna be?
Far from now. But
I'm about to say, I feel like I haven't even heard any inklings of a sequel.
I know James was saying he's gonna watch up to phase 4, but I'm thinking about starting a phase 4 rewatch for myself because it's time.
You're not gonna want to. I feel like
there's a lot of things I want to rewatch though, like Game of Thrones, but yeah, we'll get into that later.
When I made it through my my most recent rewatch, as soon as I got to the end of phase 4 or phase was it phase 3? As soon as I got to the end of phase 3, right? Is it phase 3 or is it phase 3 that Infinity Saga ended with, or was that phase 4?
Yeah, phase 4.
Phase 3. Phase 4 was like Miss Marvel and
As soon as I got to the end of phase 3, I did not want to watch anything in phase 4.
Wait, did you see Moon Knight yet, Shannon? Because I know Moon Knight you didn't see.
Nope.
So if you didn't rewatch phase 4,
no, it's not that I didn't. It's not that I didn't see it. It's just that I didn't finish it. And yes, I still have not finished it.
Okay, all right. Shame, Shannon, but moving on.
I get to it. Jaja, what have you been up to?
So I've been all over the place. Of course, I saw Blue Beetle and Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles. We'll talk about that later. I guess I'll talk about later where I'm up to in One Piece, because I do have some questions for the One Piece fans, so I'll wait till later to talk about that.
James, do your friends watch One Piece?
One of them does.
Okay.
Oh, I thought all of them went to One Piece. So I could say it now if we're not gonna. But I do have some questions. But so I'll just wait till later for One Piece.
Okay.
Gotcha.
I started MASH. No, actually, I started Jujutsu Kaisen. I said I'm gonna watch that over, and so far I'm enjoying it. And I watched it up to like the part where they're about to have the tournament, and MASH has been on my mind, so I just like jumped into MASH. So like I'm a couple episodes, I'm almost done with MASH. It's cool. Kind of has like a One Punch Man vibe to it, with like Harry Potter, like everybody's been saying, with like a little bit of Black Clover. So because they use Grimoire, but it's a cool watch. It's kind of funny. What else? So I've been playing ESO Elder Scrolls Online still, having a lot of fun with that. Waiting for, I know there's a lot of games out right now that I want to play, but I told James last week that I'm probably going to get the ROG Ally.
Nice.
A lot of benefits playing PC games. I'll probably be able to play some PlayStation games. So I'm probably getting that soon, hopefully before Starfield comes out. So I'll be able to talk about that.
Mm-hmm.
And what else have I been doing? That's pretty much it. Yeah.
Nice. Good amount of nerdy things. Let's see. What have I been doing? I've been reading One Piece.
Oh, wait. I'm sorry.
Oh,
I don't
forgot
mean
one.
to cut you
All right,
off.
go ahead. No, go ahead.
I forgot to do this last week during my nerdy things.
You didn't give your One Piece?
I'm doing a D&D session. Like, I'm starting a campaign
Of
with
Dungeons and
bunch of
Dragons?
people. Yes,
Nice.
like real Dungeons and Dragons. So
that's cool.
My second session is next week, and supposed to be starting the game. You know, we went over how to play the game and how to pick a character last week. So yeah, that should be fun.
Is this online or are you doing this in person?
No, it's in person. We're all going to be
Nice.
sitting around a table, rolling dice, and we have a dungeon master who's experienced at it. So it should be fun. I'm thinking about being like some type of werewolf character, and I guess the natural class would be druid, but I don't want to be the natural class. I might be like something funky. So we'll see. I'll let you know how it goes.
I've tried to get into Dungeons and Dragons. I can't. But kudos to you.
I remember you guys did it on the pod at one point.
Yeah, we did, and I was like, "What the hell is happening right now?" But you, Jaja, give us updates on how that's going as you go through. So I have been reading One Piece as my nerdy things. I'll give a chapter update a little later. Jaja, I need to hear where you are too in your reading of One Piece.
You are probably way past me.
No, we'll see. I haven't. It's been a little. I started off like guns blazing when I first started reading it, but then I slowed down a little bit. So we'll see. I'll update you where I am. I saw Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles, and I also saw Blue Beetle. So we'll talk about that briefly. What else have I been doing? Oh, I started learning Japanese. Thanks to shout outs to Duolingo and preps for my eventual.
That's what I use.
Yes, and preps for my eventual trip to Japan, which hasn't been booked yet, but manifesting all these things for the future.
Oh man,
when I do.
Oh, I got a friend you so we could trade double XP. I'm on like a 35-day streak.
On Duolingo.
Oh man, we flex the Duolingo streaks. You guys do not want
to.
Yeah,
we flex the Duolingo.
What language are you learning on Duolingo, Jaja?
I'm doing Spanish right now, but I did do like a couple lessons in Japanese just to see if it was possible, and it is possible.
It is. Yeah. I'm picking it up fairly easily.
Yes, it's fun.
Mean, I haven't gotten to the hard stuff yet, but so
I don't know if I'll be able to write the Japanese, but speaking and having like a conversation. Yeah. It's definitely
memorizing the characters is definitely hard. Like I don't really know how I'm going to be able to retain that at all. But yeah, speaking and listening, is
one step at a time.
Yeah, one step at a time. I took like one of the character lessons, and I was like, oh, I was like, I don't know how I'm supposed to remember this, but okay.
Yeah, I'm pretty far along. So I've been doing Japanese, but I also do Spanish and Italian on there too. So
nice.
Overall, my streak is a whopping 1658.
Ooh.
Nice.
Yeah, so 1,658 days of Duolingo.
Nice.
Wow, so you're really on here doing it every day. That's what I'm gonna be doing. That's what I'm trying to do too. Every day I'm gonna like do
15 minutes, 20 minutes. That's all it takes.
Yeah,
that's it.
Sometimes I get into it and I end up doing like a half hour. Like sometimes it gets like that. But when I went on it and I saw my older brother, he's got like a 2,190 something day streak. I was like,
he's getting it in.
I was like, all right, I gotta get on my stuff.
Yeah, I do like the competitiveness of it. It does inspire you to get on there and practice every day. So that's cool.
Especially with their notifications. I turned it off at first, and then I like messed up my streak, and then I was like, all right, just give me the notifications.
So James, you're learning funny. You're learning 3 languages at once right now? That doesn't get all scrambled up in your brain?
Not too much, so the Japanese is a totally different character set.
Yeah.
But Italian and Spanish are similar enough that I don't get too confused.
Okay. I don't think I could do that. I think like one at a time for me. But we'll see. Maybe not. And then what else have I been doing? Oh yeah, it has been a while since I recorded. So I went to, like I said earlier, which I don't know if this counts as a nerdy thing, but whatever, it's K-pop. I went to a Blackpink concert a couple
Of
weeks
course,
ago.
that's a nerdy thing.
It is. It is. I love Blackpink. And they're like a really popular K-pop band in the US.
Okay.
So I saw them at MetLife Stadium. That was really fun.
Nice.
Yeah, I think that's it. I think those are all the nerdy things that I've done. I have not touched my Steam Deck to play. I have not finished Zelda at all. I haven't touched it in weeks. So like, I don't know what is wrong with me. Like every time I get to like the end of a game where like I'm so close to the end, I don't know why I just stop playing it. I need to just power through and finish it.
It's not only you, Shannon.
Yeah. The same
you know
thing
how
happened.
Many unfinished games I have.
Yeah. The same thing happened when I was playing the Final Fantasy VII remake. I'm at the end of it, but I have not finished it yet. And it's been a while since I touched that game too. So
yeah, and then once you stop touching it, once you go back to it, it's like, oh, I gotta start over.
Right, because it's like, I forgot how to play. I forgot like how to do certain things. But yeah. All right. So we have a fun show today. James's friends are gonna be joining us in a bit, and we're gonna be going over their MCU tier lists, and we're gonna be talking multiverse. Who did multiverse the best out of? I thought it was three. So it was out of Infinity. Wait, it was out of The Flash, Spider-Man No Way Home, and was it Across the Spider-Verse too? Were the three that we were gonna compare? Do you guys remember? I don't remember the third one.
I was gonna.
I thought it was Doctor Strange.
Gonna raise a question. Yeah,
yes.
I think we should sub out The Flash with Doctor Strange, because I feel like The Flash is more time travel than multiverse.
But they're still categorizing it as a multiverse though, so I feel like it definitely needs to be.
Are they?
Yeah.
It could be part of the discussion.
Yeah.
Their
multiverse. Their whole multiverse theory that Michael Keaton explained with spaghetti, that was like a multiverse theory. And it was
They did mix multiverse with time travel.
Yeah.
I don't like it. We'll save it for the conversation.
Okay. But before we do that, we're gonna let them on in a few minutes to start talking about that stuff. But before we do that, I just want to quickly, did anybody watch any of Gamescom that happened this week? I didn't.
No,
but I saw some highlights of it. Did you watch any of it,
Jaja? I didn't watch it live. I just tried to get some clips here and there. So I know a lot of stuff was announced.
A lot of stuff was announced. So
right.
I was like, I need to like start watching these things live. So I'm not trying to.
Flood of like gaming news, and after like the whole year being so dry, like now they want to just give us all this stuff and expect us to buy all of it for the holidays. It's kind of
yes, they do.
Yeah,
they do. That's exactly what they expect.
Kind of disgusting. But
when's Starfield coming out? Is that coming out soon?
Like it's the September 2nd. I think people then had the review copy, so people have been playing the game, and they can't say nothing until the 31st. And yeah, I'm pretty sure if you pre-order it, you get it a couple days early. But I think it's the 2nd that it comes out.
So are you getting it on release?
I have Game Pass.
Oh right. So are you? Oh, so it's coming to Game Pass day one.
Yeah.
Is it? Okay, cool.
Yes.
So you're gonna be playing it. Okay, great. Okay.
Yeah.
Okay.
Oh, don't all of us have Game Pass?
Yes, but I don't use it as much as I would like to.
Wait, did I know I said it at the end of the episode, but did it catch the Game Pass hack that everyone needs to do before September 14th?
Oh, I forgot what you said on there. What was it?
Cool. That if you buy, because they're getting rid of Xbox Live Gold. So
right, yes, I heard that.
Right now you can still get the 3-month cards on like cdkey.com or wherever sells the cards, and they have them on there for $35. So let's say you buy a year's worth, stack them on top of each other. That's like that's $35 for a year's worth of Xbox Live Gold. And if you buy 1 month of Game Pass Ultimate, it switches all those months to Game Pass Ultimate. So
nice.
For $45, you can have Game Pass for a year. And I think you could do that for up to like 3 years.
Okay. And how long do I have to do this?
Once Xbox Live Gold ends, September 14th, I don't know
so a couple of weeks.
what's going to happen after that.
About 3 weeks.
But I have confirmed that it works.
Got it. Okay. I'll try that. But yeah, I saw some highlights of some stuff, so I didn't see a lot of things that came out of here. I need to start watching these things live instead of trying to watch all these trailers. 20 minutes for
live. It's like an all day watch.
I know.
It's hard to watch it live.
It is hard. But I need to like start keeping up like daily, like what the announcements were, like at the end of a day, maybe. I am excited for Little Nightmares 3 though. It's gonna be co-op, so that's gonna be fun. For anyone that likes Little Nightmares, that game franchise. So I'm excited about that. But did anyone else see or hear anything that they thought was cool? If not, we'll come back. We'll talk about more games.
Yeah, we'll come back to it because it's a lot of games that I know were coming out already, and then we'll talk about it later.
Yeah, and then additionally, we got some additional information about the crappy PlayStation Portal. That's what it's called. The PlayStation handheld that's coming out this year. It's gonna cost $200, which is not a bad price for what it is. I thought that they were gonna try to overprice it, but I feel like that's a decent cost.
I think it should be like $150. I think it's overpriced for what it does.
Yeah, so the device is going to stream PS5 games over Wi-Fi, which is horrible. Anyway, it's just like it's a horrible device. But these are the real details that we have about it. So
I did watch some YouTube videos on people who've actually had it in their hands and able to mess with it for a little bit. And yeah, it's exactly what everybody said it's going to be. A streaming device, can't do nothing else with it. But it does feel, if you're on the same Wi-Fi connection as your PlayStation, the review that I was watching said it feels like you're playing on a console. So
I mean,
at least it works. It does what it's supposed to do good.
So really, this is just really for like if your PlayStation is in your bedroom and you want to like sit in the living room and play games.
Well, so you can take it outside, but after you take it outside, it depends on your Wi-Fi.
Your Wi-Fi, right. So you just need a strong established Wi-Fi connection. You can't like actually have downloaded games on here.
No.
I wonder. I wonder what the thought process was when they started making this.
Who asked for this?
No one.
Like if it works good off of a hotspot, then I could see use cases.
You think it'll work good off a hotspot? I don't think it would.
Possibly. I put my Xbox on a hotspot and it works.
If they would have gave us like a truly revamped like PlayStation Portable PSP, like with more updated feature, like if they would have built off of that, I feel like they would have had a hit on their hands. But this just feels like a lazy attempt to try to break into the handheld world. Yeah, for sure. And I'm just very curious to see who's actually going to buy it, because like, why would you need this? Anyway,
I feel like that market has been like, it used to be just Nintendo, but now it's so saturated that like, And then I'm excited to see what the next Switch is going to look like.
Me too. And the design of this is really bad too. Whoever designed it is just like, ugh. Like the physical design, it just doesn't look good. It just looks weird.
It looks like it could stab you and hurt you or something.
Come on, Sony, what's going on here? All right, so let's just quickly get into like our thoughts on. Let's just quickly do a review on our thoughts of Blue Beetle and Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles. Rick and Morty season 7 is premiering in October. Real quick, I know that you're excited about that, Jaja.
Yes, can't wait.
Yes. James, do you watch Rick and Morty? I don't remember. I feel like you don't. Do you?
Not faithfully. If it's on and I'm in the room, I'll watch it. But
so no, it's James' answer. Cool. So 2 big movies came out over the last couple weeks. Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles: Mutant Mayhem came out. I forgot the date. I think August 2nd, something like that. Blue Beetle came out on the 18th of August. Both interesting movies in my opinion. I loved Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles. I think that was a consensus of you guys too, right? Oh wait, Jaja, you hadn't seen it last week, right? But you saw it this week. But now you've seen it. Yeah. Okay, so what did you think?
So I was ready to come in here and really kill James about his take, but by the end of the movie, I agree with him wholeheartedly. It's a 10 out of 10 masterpiece. So let me give some quick takes real quick. The hip hop music that they did, all the music in the movie
soundtrack was awesome.
Amazing. Amazing. I liked all the pop culture references. They referenced everything from Batman, Avengers, Godzilla, Attack on Titan. They mentioned the Knicks. I was hyped for that. Little Easter egg that I liked is when they got electrocuted and it was just like the Genesis games. I thought that was cool. And then Ice Cube was my favorite voice.
Yes. Yep.
And then go ahead.
No, I was gonna say all the voice acting was phenomenal. It was really good. I enjoyed like all the Turtles voices.
And then the art style I thought was interesting
yes.
because I agree with James. It gave like a Spider-Verse vibe, but in a like I know some of the interviews the production people did, they said they wanted it to feel like a teenage drawing, like
Mm-hmm.
unrefined and like, you know, before you start taking art classes and stuff. And I think they did a really good job of making it look cool and interesting and that was dope. So the reason why I was gonna kill James about his take was because in the beginning of the movie, when they went into Splinter's backstory, I kind of wasn't feeling it.
Mm.
How they changed his whole backstory instead of being like a ninja rat who grew up under Shredder and learned. No, his master was killed by Shredder, but he was learning karate from his master. Like, you know,
Mm.
the old live action Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles origin. How Shredder was more of like a ninja and he's teaching them the ninja way and all this stuff. And I feel like that part of their story took like a back seat, kind
Yeah.
of, because it wasn't really an emphasis on being a ninja, really. But I I'm not mad at their spin on it because what they did with the origin was great. Like
Yeah.
I thought it was cool that Splinter could use all their weapons and that he like it made it relatable to like parents today because like everybody wants to teach their kids how to defend themselves. The world is a scary place, you know. So how does every parent do that? Like, you know what I mean? Like he
Yeah.
ran to the karate movies. It was funny. It was hilarious. I thought that was really cool. And just the personalities of the turtles were so different than what I was used to. That threw me off too. And
Mm-hmm.
I was kind of mad at it. And but by the end of the movie, I was like, oh wow, like the setup for how they become the people
Mm-hmm.
that we already know them to be is crazy.
Yep.
Like I called it out when watching the movie. I'm like, yo, Leo he's the most indecisive person I've ever seen right now. Like this is how can he become a leader? And it just the way I was thinking about it, I wasn't predicting the character flip for all of them.
Yeah.
And Donatello is now my favorite Ninja Turtle.
Yeah, me too. I loved him. He was really good, and
Yeah.
I loved his voice too. Yeah, he was my favorite. And like the culture reference, like the Attack on Titan references that were made in this movie, I was like, oh, that's so cool. So like, and the fact that like that was like what sparked his idea of like how to defeat the kaiju
Yes,
basically at the
yes,
end.
that
I
was
was like,
awesome.
yeah. I was like, that's awesome. A little unfortunate for those who don't watch Attack on Titan because they're like, what is he talking about? But I enjoyed it as somebody who knows what that is. So like that was really cool. So Blue Beetle came out this week. I wouldn't say that it's highly anticipated, but it is the first in a cultural sense, it was highly anticipated because it was the first Latino superhero that we've gotten, I think, in either Marvel or DC. So that was pretty big. But the movie itself, I was looking forward to seeing it. And I want to say that I was not disappointed. It wasn't bad. Was it excellent? No, but I did not hate it, which is how I feel about most DC movies when I come out of there. But how did you guys feel about the movie?
I think I gave it an 8 out of 10.
8
Still
out of
standing firm on that.
10.
Yeah, I
Nice.
enjoyed it.
Nice.
So I went into it knowing James gave it an 8 out of 10. And I gotta say I really enjoyed that movie to the point where I shed some tears.
You shed
Ooh,
some
okay.
I
tears.
was watching that movie with water in my eyes for the whole second half
Why?
because the dad.
Oh, the dad. Yeah,
Yeah,
yes,
Yeah,
the
that's
dad
always
I
was
mean,
sad.
sad.
because I was in the beginning, I was mad because I was like, okay, they're showcasing the family a lot. This is like a real origin story. Like they're giving a lot of background, but it carried the movie for the second half. I feel like the dad
Mm-hmm.
dying, and then the way the mom, when she was like, yo, go kick their ass, and then the daughter or the sister was like, you know, when she's finally saw him, she was like, where were you? Like all of that stuff hit me.
Yeah.
I don't know what it is about the dad, but he it got to me. So
The
yeah,
family,
I enjoyed it.
I enjoyed the family dynamic of it. There were some parts of the family dynamic that seemed a little unrealistic to me, like when the grandma like shot everyone down with the machine gun.
That was awesome.
I was like, all right. I was like, no, I think that was a step too far for me. I was like, this is ridiculous.
What? I loved that. I absolutely loved that.
I'm like, in what world is she holding up a machine gun and firing it
She's
accurately?
like the tactician and
past
telling
life.
them,
You don't know.
"Oh,
You don't know
that's
what
the
grandma's been on.
tunnel." Yo, the grandma was dope. I thought George Lopez was like, eh. I thought he was cool. I didn't think he was.
I like George Lopez's character. I just thought it came out of, it wasn't really established that he was like a tech genius. Like it just came out of nowhere, and I was like, there was no setup of this information. So I was like, okay, this could have been done a little bit better. But I enjoyed his character as a whole. I thought he was funny, and he was cool. I love the main character. He was great. Jaime, he was really good. I enjoyed him. And I'm interested to see where they're gonna fit him in, if they are.
I liked how he didn't want to kill, and then when everything happened, he wanted to kill, and the suit stopped him. I thought that was really powerful too.
Yeah, they swapped there.
Yeah.
And real quick question: who do y'all got in the fight, Iron Man or Blue Beetle?
Iron Man.
Oh,
I think I have Blue Beetle, just because I feel like Blue Beetle's overpowered in a sense where he can make any weapon that he wants to. I feel like that's a little OP.
yeah, I got Blue Beetle in that, hands down.
Yeah, I feel like it's a little bit OP, just a little bit.
He has one of the best power sets. I have to say.
Yeah, so I think he would win in a fight against Iron Man. His skill set is limited to what
the suit automatically kicks in self-defense. Like,
yeah,
what's better than that?
Yeah, for sure. So this movie's not. I mean, so right now the movie has been out. I think, is this the second weekend that the movie's been out, or is this only the first week? What day is it?
It's the third week.
It's the third week? No.
Yeah, because James saw it, then I saw it, and now it's this weekend.
No, it's it's actually going into its second. It came out on the 18th.
Oh,
so this past Friday was 1 week. So it's going into its second week. Right now it's sitting at, when did this article come out? Right now it's sitting at 46.3 million domestically, which I feel like is not a huge number. So I feel like it's
they're saying it's a flop.
Yeah,
there's a lot of like bad. I don't know if there's bad reviews, but they're just saying. I guess people aren't excited to go out to see anything DC with the whole reset happening. Like, it makes perfect sense.
Also, they haven't been able to promote it because of the strike, so they haven't really been able to do a good promo for the movie. So that might also have something to do with it. So it has a lot against it, but I feel like if you're listening to this podcast and you haven't seen it, I feel like it's definitely worth a watch. It's definitely not comparable to other disappointing DC projects. Like, I thought it was actually very good. Everyone should go see it. If you haven't already.
Wait, what were you guys' number ratings?
Ooh, my number rating, I think I gave it I don't think I'm quite at an 8. I think I'm at a 7.5.
I gave it an 8.5.
Oh, 8.5.
I don't know if I give it a 9, but I definitely enjoyed it a lot. Like,
my boyfriend,
like, it was really good.
My boyfriend actually didn't like the movie at all. So I'm like, you're going out. He said he liked The Flash better, and I was like, I don't know. I don't think that's
a rough take.
I know.
James was talking about how the villain mimics his powers and that whole cliche. In this case, for me, I would hold an exception just because Blue Beetle notoriously fights his power set. Like, he fights other Beetles, and then it makes sense that he starts off with somebody trying to copy it, the human version, before he fights the alien version, which is more like himself. So I get it, but the villain wasn't super interesting, but the family held down the movie.
The family dynamic did hold down the movie. Yeah, I agree. It was good. Not a flop at all. It's a shame that it's probably gonna flop in terms of numbers when it was actually really good.
Yeah, I think people are just hesitant to see it, honestly, but it's definitely a good movie.
Yeah, and because it was good, that like James Gunn, even though it wasn't originally a James Gunn project, but he wants to adapt Blue Beetle into future stuff that he's doing. So,
which is very possible.
And that's what's gonna make it a bad movie.
They said
you said that's what's gonna make it a bad movie. Why do you say that?
Yeah. I think what worked for it is that it focused on just itself. Like, it wasn't trying to shoehorn into what else is going on. So, like, they could just focus on, all right, let's make this a good movie instead of, let's make this a good movie that fits into the timeline.
But I feel like we can't really say that yet because we don't even really know what else is going on yet. It hasn't
really
started.
I was gonna say, like, I agree with you, James, but like the next movie where he's integrated with everybody else, this was a good setup for that, So,
and whatever that is, because we don't know.
It didn't. Nothing happened. Yeah, I was like, nothing's tying him to any multiverse. He just said Superman and the Flash. You don't know which one he's talking about. It could be the new ones that are coming out. They could just be like, this was made this early, I don't know. They can fit it in if they wanted to.
Yeah. But overall, solid movie. not as bad as anything that I've seen from DC in the past. So we'll see what happens. We'll see where we see Blue Beetle next. Where do you think it makes sense to see Blue Beetle next? I was listening to a podcast and they said that Blue Beetle would fit in well with Peacemaker season 2. I think I agree with that.
Yeah.
Well, of course you're gonna say no. Of course you're gonna say no.
Don't do that.
Oh my god!
Why would you even put that thought in the air?
Because it was a good show. You people are crazy. You people are insane.
I want to see Young Justice, Blue Beetle, and Young Justice.
That would make sense.
That would make sense too. Even though he's, I guess, I feel like, is he a little old to be Young Justice?
Yeah, he is college age, or
college.
He graduated.
He just graduated. Yeah.
Well, Batman and them, they're like 50, maybe like 40. I don't know.
True. But yeah, no, it was a good movie. Definitely go see it. Definitely go see it when it comes out. All right, so welcome guys. So we're back and we have a special treat for you guys on the podcast this week. As I said earlier, we're going to be going through the tier lists and talking about some multiverse some multiverse theories with two of James's friends. We have Brandon and Racheed on the podcast. Welcome guys.
Welcome.
Thank you for having us.
Yeah.
Thank you.
James, how do you guys know each other? Tell us about your friendship backstory.
So we all ran high school track together.
Nice.
So we've been locked in for some years now.
Nice. Do you guys live in Virginia? Or do you live elsewhere? James, I don't even know. Did you grow up in Virginia?
Yeah.
Okay, great. Okay.
Yep.
I didn't know. Great. Awesome. All right. So before we get started, I would love to know what the nerdiest things you guys have done this week are, and introduce yourselves. Tell us what you like in nerd culture, what you love, certain animes or video games, what you're vibing with the most these days.
Okay. I'll go first then. Hi. I'm Brandon. Let's see. The nerdiest thing that I have done this week. So I watched a video of the guy who's playing Luffy in the live action a One Piece show. Mm-hmm. And I watched the footage of him meeting Oda and then meeting Luffy's voice actor in Japanese, and then that they did the placing of the straw hat on his head, and I was just like, oh my gosh, and I was super nerding out because I was like, yo, if I was him, you can tell me nothing. I am Luffy, you know what I'm saying? So that was really cool. Let me see, video game wise, so I just beat Sekiro.
Wow.
About really? 2 weeks ago.
That's something to be proud of.
Thank you.
Serious gaming.
Thank you. It was not easy. No. Right now I'm playing Final Fantasy 16, and that's been amazing. It's been really, really dope. Did I answer all the questions? Okay.
I heard Final Fantasy 16 was good. I haven't had a chance to play it yet. But I'm gonna play that soon. It's cool that you beat Sekiro though. I gave that game an hour of my time and then I turned it off and never turned it on again.
Yeah, it's tough. That learning curve is tough, but once you get it, the satisfaction is amazing.
I guess I'm good never knowing. I'm never gonna play it again.
Were you an Elden Ring player, Brandon?
No, so actually my brother is, and he got me to play Sekiro. And so now he's like, hey man, Elden Ring, so I'm like, I don't know, you know what I mean? But I might give it a try.
You should. James had that same reaction to Elden Ring, but now I don't know. Would you say that you liked that game, James?
I played it. Yeah, I liked it. I just didn't get too far.
Yeah. I actually
two major bosses.
And you've given up. Okay. You haven't played it in a while. I haven't played it in a while either, but I feel like I made it pretty far, I think. But that game's fun. I think you would like it if you played that too.
Okay. Okay.
But yeah, what about you? What about you, Racheed?
Yeah. So again, thanks for having me on the Blerdsnerds podcast. I definitely be tuning in, leaving comments and liking and whatnot. So appreciate it. I'm Racheed, and the nerdiest thing that I've done recently is I actually watched the latest Mortal Kombat movie, or at least the one that I believe is the most recent one that's come out. So it was kind of cool just to see the characters that they had in there, and you know, just thinking about like all their abilities and stuff that they use in the video game and some of the video games that I've played. So it's probably the nerdiest thing that I've done as of recent.
Are you talking about the one that came out? You're talking about the live action one that came out in 2021?
I think so.
Okay.
Yeah. I'm pretty sure.
The main character was never a Mortal Kombat character, that we've never seen him before.
A random dude, it's a gold armor, yeah.
Yeah. What's your take on the movie? I'm interested.
Did you like it, like as a whole? Because I have some things to say about that movie.
I mean, so I only got, I think, about like 85 to 90% through the movie. I think by the time I had to leave, by the time I left it, there was about to be this big showdown between Sub-Zero and who I'm assuming to be Scorpion, the dad who died at the beginning or whatnot. So, I mean, I don't know. Certain elements of it were kind of cool and reminiscent of like the previous movies that, you know, came out in like the 90s or whatnot. But overall, I don't know. It just felt like a watch, and I'll probably never revisit it again, honestly.
Yep, that's exactly it. A watch that we'll literally never watch again. Yes.
Yeah, exactly.
It was interesting. Jaja, did you like that movie? You hated that movie, right?
I killed that movie on this podcast. I killed it. Yeah.
Okay.
we don't have to get back into it.
We don't.
I definitely killed it.
We don't. I just had to double check because usually you're the opposite take on whatever. So I don't remember if you liked it or not. But
either opposite take or more exaggerated take than everybody's take.
But what else are you into, Racheed? Like TV, games?
Yeah, I feel like in terms of the things I'm into, I'm probably like the most of our group, like, you know, James and Brandon, our friend group, I'm probably the most basic tier of gamer and anime watcher. So I guess like in terms of what I watch, I do watch all things Marvel, including, you know, the Disney Plus shows and the movies. In terms of anime, like Dragon Ball, Naruto, I guess my favorite one at the moment was Attack on Titan. I actually read the final chapters of that one before they actually released, you know, the actual animated version of it. But yeah, I've been pretty much a standard anime watcher. And you watch Lupin the Third.
Nice.
Some of those things. And then video game wise, once again, like pretty basic, I feel like. Super Smash Brothers. I'm one of those COD 2K kind of individuals who buys the same game like every other year.
I was gonna ask, are you like a music guy, a sports guy?
Definitely sports. Definitely sports guy. Yeah, okay. For sure.
Like when I think of nerdy things, it's like whatever you're into is like whatever you nerding about. You know what I mean? It doesn't necessarily have to be the stereotypical nerdy thing.
Pop culture stuff.
Yeah. Any kind of pop culture. Yeah, because anything that you're like super passionate about, you're like a nerd about. That's very true.
Yeah.
Do you watch One Piece or do you not? Are you're the one that doesn't watch One Piece? Okay.
I'm probably the one person in our group who does not watch One Piece. So, I mean, like I used to watch it when it came on like Toonami on Cartoon Network and whatnot, but I didn't keep up with it.
Right. Do you plan on watching the live action show, which comes out this week? Actually, by the time this podcast comes out, it comes out this week.
It's coming on Netflix, right?
Fire.
Yeah, Netflix.
Yeah, it's Thursday.
Yeah, I'll probably tune in since it's on Netflix. So that's an easy watch. I'll probably tune in and see what it's talking about. Yeah.
Brandon, I know you like One Piece. I was very solidly against One Piece for a while, but I finally decided to start reading it. So I started reading it recently, and I'm pretty far actually. No. In the grand scheme of how many chapters there are, I'm not far. But for me, I'm far for myself.
Okay.
Well, let's jump into the One Piece subject. What chapter are you on, Shannon?
Well, what chapter are you on? Because I have to check. Let me go in here and check.
I was on 75 last week. I'm on 86 this week.
Oh,
I read a quick 10 chapters.
Wait. Okay, hold
Shannon's on like $152.
No, I'm not that far actually. Let me just double check real quick.
I'm excited for the Netflix show though. That should be cool. I have high hopes for it.
I do too. Like the level of effort and love that I can feel from the trailers, and then you know just like everything else, and the actors are, passionate about it. I'm like, yo, I feel like this could be solid. I feel like this could be a really, really good live action anime.
Yeah.
Because some is kind of like iffy, but
most of them are bad. Yeah.
yeah.
Terrible.
But no,
I don't know if you've heard my take on here before, but I'm a little bit nervous for it, but I don't want to like focus on that. I do have high hopes for it, but it's gonna be tough making One Piece does a lot in the anime. Like that's it does a lot. So I hope, but it does look like the production team took care and everything looks crisp. I love Luffy's voice, his lisp and everything.
Luffy.
I think
it's Luffy. You keep saying Luffy, Josh. The fans are gonna kill you.
I'm not a real One Piece fan. I'm a fake One Piece fan. That's what it is.
Not yet, at least.
Yeah.
Jaja, you're actually ahead of me. I'm on chapter 84. So
what?
Yeah,
neck and neck.
I know. I told you I slowed down a little bit, but I feel like I'm caught up. I just have to read a couple more chapters because this season of the live action of One Piece is going to be like focused on the Arlong arc, right? Which I feel like that's where I am right now. So I feel like I just have to finish that, and I'll be good to watch this season.
Yep.
And I have been trying to go back and watch some of the fights, but I haven't found a good playlist that just has every single fight in One Piece. I guess that's really hard to do. So
it's definitely tough because like the fights are very, very like spread out. Right. Across 3, 4, 5 episodes. So it can be a little tough.
Mm-hmm. Yeah. So yeah, Jaja, look, you're ahead of me. First, I was way ahead of you, and now we're like right there, tied.
Mm-hmm. And I'm gonna keep it like that. I'm put my foot on the gas now.
I'll get back ahead of you. Don't worry. All right. So that comes out this week. I am excited to see it too. It looks like it's gonna be good. So let's get into some Marvel stuff. So first, before we get into the tier, wait, James, did you drop the tier list in here or no?
I did.
Yep, they're there.
Yep, they're in here.
Wait, where? I don't see. Wait, let me refresh.
I did a page break. Yeah.
Oh.
Brandon's is showing up kind of small though for some reason.
I see it. Thank you. So before we get into this tier list, if for the people that are listening, we went over our own tier lists like a couple of weeks ago. And that was a fun episode.
Yeah, that's cool.
But I'm interested to know like what your favorite Marvel movie is, both of you.
Go ahead, Brandon.
Ooh, favorite, wow. That's tough because I like these movies for different reasons.
Mm-hmm.
So okay, that's wow.
Gotta choose one.
It's easy.
Wow.
What's yours, Racheed?
I'm ready whenever.
I think I'm gonna do Spider-Man No Way Home.
Good choice.
That like I have been such a Spider-Man fan for so long, and I felt like it wasn't the 20-year-old me watching it. It was like the 7-8-year-old me watching that movie and seeing everything just like like come to life, and I was just like, that was amazing.
Okay.
That was a good movie.
Okay. I can respect it, even though I have things to say about it, but I can respect it. Racheed, what about you?
Oh, easy money. Black Panther, baby. Yeah.
Oh, what the shirt.
Excellent choice.
Hey,
Not mad at that.
Black Panther was my favorite movie. The way we mobilized, the way we were all excited about, I guess not technically the first Black superhero in Marvel, because, we had Blade and everything that, we had all the Blade movies and whatnot. But, in terms of when he dropped in this Marvel Cinematic Universe, oh yeah, we mobilized crazy for Black Panther. And then just the story.
Cultural reset.
Yeah, you know what I mean? It's like crazy cultural reset. I love the action. I love the story. I love like the future implications that it had for Marvel as well. So yeah, I hold that one pretty high, as you'll see from my tier list.
Good choice. All right.
There we go.
So this is Brandon's, right? Yes, it is. Okay, so it's a little blurry right now, but I can still see the images. Can you guys see?
Yep.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yes.
Clearly?
Yeah, I can see it.
Yeah, it's fine.
All right. So we're actually at first glance, this looks pretty good. I feel like this looks similar to what mine was, but let's let's go through your S. So just a reminder to the fans, it's S through F. S being like a superior, like hard to beat movie, and then you have A through E, which is like great to poor, and then you have F, which is really poor. So in your S tier, Brandon, you have is this Endgame or Infinity War? Oh, it's both. You have Endgame.
Yeah, both.
Endgame, Avengers Infinity War, Captain America Civil War, and Spider-Man No Way Home in your S tier. I think. Well, first tell me why you put these movies in your S tier.
Okay. So for me, Avengers, Infinity War, and Endgame are just like an absolute guarantee. They were the culmination of 10 years of storytelling through film, and they nailed it. They absolutely nailed the ending of both movies. And so, for me, it's just like, that is just, Civil War, I love Civil War so much because I don't know a lot about the Civil War comic. I know that it's a bigger event, but I still feel like that the divide between Tony's team and Cap's team, it made sense for where the characters started and their journey leading to that movie. It made total sense to me. We got the intro for Spider-Man, what's his name? Black Panther, like it was just like everything about the movie was just like amazing. Yep. And then of course, Spider-Man No Way Home, that's what, 8 films, with Toby and Andrew, and then Tom's first 2 films all culminated together in this one film. It was just that was a movie for the fans. Like that was just perfect for me.
So now that you say that, good that you brought that up for the fans. So like, I understand like the nostalgia of the movie, but like, how many times have you seen No Way Home? I like to ask everyone this question.
I have seen it 3 times.
Okay. So do you feel after each rewatch that the like you're able to focus more on the plot and you realize that the plot's kind of mid? Because that's how I feel about Spider-Man. That's how I feel about that movie. It's like the nostalgia hits the first time, and then it's really good. But then like you watch it over and over again, and then you kind of like some things don't really make sense. Do you feel that way, or do you not feel that way at all?
Oh yeah, I definitely do. I definitely noticed that the film has a lot of problems, and honestly, like I don't like, but the film, to me, it doesn't work if you haven't seen Toby's films and Andrew's films. So it is a film that requires homework.
Yep.
But I can still recognize that the film, was really geared towards, people, who had been like, they had been following since 2002, I think, when the first one came out. And there's definitely some issues, some pacing problems. I think the first maybe like 30 minutes, maybe 40 minutes is a little slow, but once we get, like Otto, it starts to pick up.
Yeah.
So I can definitely see that, it gets less exciting after each watch. And then it's a little awkward when like Andrew like pops in and he's just like, and he just like stands there, and that was definitely a moment for like the audience to clap and cheer and whatnot.
Yeah. I mean, I think, wait, James and Jaja, did you guys both have Spider-Man in your S tier? I don't remember.
Pretty sure
I have Spider-Man pretty high, and I disagree with you completely, Shannon. I love the plot of Spider-Man.
Well, Jaja, I feel like you need to watch it a couple of times. So I can understand why people put Spider-Man in their S tier, just because like what they accomplished with it. It was a very ambitious movie that I think was pulled off correctly, and I feel like people just tried to imitate it. Like The Flash, I feel like tried to imitate Spider-Man.
Don't get me started.
So I feel like what the movie tried to accomplish and what it did accomplish could make it S tier, but the plot was like kind of. But I understand why it's there, like just for the sheer ambitiousness of it. So I can see it now. I can agree why it's in S tier. I wouldn't still put it in mine, but I see why other people have it in theirs. All right. So in your A tier, you have Black Panther, Captain America. Is this Winter Soldier? Yes.
Yeah.
Okay. Guardians of the Galaxy Volume 2. Wow, really? Okay. Iron Man, the first one. Shang-Chi, Guardians of the Galaxy, the first one. Guardians of the Galaxy Volume 3. Okay, so you have all the Guardians of the Galaxy movies in the A tier. Interesting. And then Black Panther, Wakanda Forever. So, question: I can agree with a lot of this, except for I think Guardians Volume 2. Did you really like? I thought that movie was like, it was okay. That was okay.
I loved that movie so much. Like, to this day, between that movie and Wakanda Forever are the only films where I have cried in, or the only Marvel films that I have cried in.
You cried for wait, you cried for Guardians Volume 2? Wait, at which part?
Let me see. I think probably the moment where So this is at the very end, and Yondu and
yeah.
Yondu.
Okay.
Yeah. Then he is.
I remember now.
So what did he say? He said he was your father, but he ain't. But he wasn't your dad or something like that.
Mm-hmm.
I was like, ooh,
yeah, that's a good moment.
I
forgot about that. Mm-hmm.
That got me.
It be the dads, man. It be the dads.
Yeah. James, did you make it to Guardians 2 in your rewatch? I don't remember where that falls in the timeline.
Is that in the second phase? I don't remember.
I don't remember.
I was watching them. I was speed running them.
So you don't remember if you watched it?
I have seen it though. I have actually.
Okay.
I think it was in there. Yeah.
Okay.
I'm pretty sure I cried for Spider-Man, so that's how I know the plot was good.
In Spider-Man No Way Home?
Yes.
You mean when his aunt died?
Yes.
By complete fault of his own? Okay, cool.
Yes.
So facts. Nah, facts.
I wasn't expecting that, and I cried. So
It was their own fault.
Completely unavoidable.
That Aunt May was fuego. So that's all I'm saying.
All right. So that's a good A tier, I think. That's a good A tier. So in your B tier, you have Avengers, Age of Ultron, Captain America. This is the first Captain America. Yes. Okay. Iron Man. Is that 3. Iron Man 2 or 3? Iron Man 3. Okay, good. Yeah. Spider-Man: Homecoming. Doctor Strange in the Multiverse of Madness. Doctor Strange 1, and then the first Avengers movie. Yep. I agree with this, I think, except for I don't think I liked Doctor Strange in the Multiverse of Madness that much. To be
wow. Okay.
Yeah. Well, what about everyone else? Does everyone? I don't remember where you guys
Shame
had Doctor
on
Strange.
Shannon.
Doctor Strange.
I had it pretty high.
Did you? I feel like
I
okay.
Yeah, I'm pretty sure I had it pretty high.
I feel like it was... No, go ahead.
Like I was gonna say that like I really loved WandaVision. Like I loved that might be my favorite like show that they've done. Mm-hmm. And so seeing her as the villain, and she was just going off like the entire movie. I was in love. Like I loved her like as a villain. Like that was great.
Yeah. I don't know if I disliked the movie. I think I was expecting it to be something else. I feel like it wasn't a Doctor Strange movie. I feel like it was
a WandaVision movie, honestly.
I feel
they kind of sold us on the multiverse gimmick because it wasn't really that much to do with the multiverse.
It wasn't.
They like splashed it in there, but I'm still not mad at the whole movie.
Yeah. I think that's what it was. I think I was expecting it to be like heavy, especially coming off of the heels of it came out after Spider-Man. So I think that was what the issue was. It should have came out before Spider-Man because it made it seem like it was going to have implications of the multiverse unraveling in Spider-Man, but it really didn't. So I think that's why I was disappointed by it. But the movie wasn't bad. It was a cool movie. It was a cool movie. All right. In the C tier, you have Ant-Man, the first one. Then you have Spider-Man Far From Home, Iron Man 2, Thor Ragnarok, the first Thor, Black Widow, and the Eternals. I disagree with a lot of things. I disagree with Thor Ragnarok. Should not be
Spider-Man so low.
Well, the second one I agree with because I didn't really like the second. I didn't really like Far From Home that much.
Yeah. Like I just, I don't know. It just, yeah.
It was okay. It was okay.
Spider-Man card.
I completely agree. Thor Ragnarok I think should be higher. Thor Ragnarok should be way higher on this list. I love that movie. It's one of my favorites.
See, like I don't know. Like I know that like some people love the humor of Thor Ragnarok. I thought it was just okay. I like what they did with Thor's character, and I like how he went from that movie to Infinity War and then to Endgame. But like overall, I was just like, this is all right. This is
okay.
Cool.
Tell her, Brandon.
No, Jaja, you need to watch Ragnarok again. Because you had Ragnarok way down at like E, and it definitely did not deserve to be down there.
Yes, it does.
No, it doesn't.
E's kind of crazy.
I think it should at least be in B. Bump it up one. I think it's definitely better than the first Thor. I don't think they should be in the same tier with each other.
What?
It is.
Oh, for sure.
No way.
I like the first
better than
the third Thor, like about the same for real.
For sure.
Okay.
I don't know.
It's better. Yeah. Let me shut up.
Jaja, no. Your opinion you don't even think it's good at all. So your opinion doesn't even count because I feel like your opinion's highly exaggerated of the movie. You have to watch it again.
Okay.
Black Widow, I feel like I can kind of agree with it. I think I had Black Widow on B. I think I like that.
What is your take on Black Widow, Brandon?
Me?
Yeah.
Black Widow is like 6 or 7, 8 years way too late.
Yeah.
There was no reason to do some prequel story, like, just to bring in a new Black Widow. Like, man, come on, dog. She deserved way better. Way better. Like, her movie should have came out probably around Iron Man 2, if we being real.
Gotcha. Okay, but how do you feel about the movie itself? Like the
movie
plot and
itself,
everything? Like watching it in time order. Like, does it fit?
It's good. I like all the performances. I like, ScarJo. I like what's her name?
Florence Pugh.
Yes, Florence Pugh, I think.
Yeah.
Like I feel like she kind of stole the movie for me. And so, I'm like, all right, like I don't mind the new, Black Widow coming in, and like it's her. But overall, like it was good. I don't think it's better than any movie in my B tier, but it's it's good. It's solid.
Okay.
Yeah, I had Black Widow higher. I thought it was like laugh out loud funny. I really enjoyed the movie, but I understand people's take.
I thought it was good too, but I agree. I think it did a disservice coming out at the time that it came out. It should have came out earlier.
Oh yeah, I agree totally.
Oh,
yeah. I think it would have been received better if it came out like in the right timeline.
Oh yeah. Mm-hmm.
Yeah, not after she already died. Like, I feel
weird timing.
Yeah, very weird timing. I'm surprised that you have the Eternals in C. The Eternals sucked. Like, hard disagree with the Eternals.
Nah. But we'll get to that.
Wait till Eternals 2 come out, Shannon.
Okay. When's that gonna be? All right. So in your D tier, you have Ant-Man and the Wasp, The Incredible Hulk, Captain Marvel, and Ant-Man Quantumania. Okay. I think that Captain Marvel is overhated. I don't think that it's D. I think that it could be in the C tier.
Ooh.
That's so much higher, Shannon.
So that's one level higher. It's in the D tier. It could be in C.
See,
I'm more interested in the Quantumania take, but
Quantumania, I feel like that's a good space. That's a good spot for it.
Absolutely.
That's a good spot for it.
Yeah, for sure.
Yeah, like for me, the Ant-Man 3 was disappointing.
Mhm.
But I think that everything that happened, like right before the ending, was solid. Like I liked, Kang. I liked Scott. His daughter was Hope was
Yep.
Yeah, like everybody
Okay,
was
this sounds
kinda
like my take on the movie. So why is it so low?
Because it was
Yeah.
You said the movie was
It
good.
was just
Besides,
okay.
the daughter was annoying, but I like Kang was dope. It was the best Ant-Man movie.
That's
What?
debatable. I think that's debatable,
That's
honestly.
It is debatable.
crazy.
Okay,
What?
all right, cool.
Yeah.
What?
That wasn't the best Ant-Man. The
I-
best Ant-Man is probably number one.
Yeah,
but-
the Ant-Man one is the
easy.
best one, I think. Yeah.
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 Easy.
That movie's
I understand that take. I can see that take.
yeah.
I guess Kang got me. So
I feel like Kang was watered down by the end. I was like, this is a bad
Oh
way to
yeah.
go.
Oh yeah.
my man
yeah, buddy
Jonathan
was
Major's
dope.
gonna be free soon. So that's
He's
gonna
snapped up by ants.
I know. I was like, what is happening right now? But whatever. Then in your E tier, you have Thor: The Dark World and Thor: Love and Thunder. So I think that Thor: Love and Thunder should be an F. truly a horrible movie.
I can agree with that.
Truly terrible.
I like
did-
Love and Thunder better than Ragnarok. I tell you that.
I don't understand that. I don't. There's no way.
Whoa.
You
That's
see?
It was
crazy.
funnier. It was funnier.
That's crazy.
No, it was not. It was not
Yeah,
funnier.
it was too funny.
It was cornier
Yeah,
for
way
sure.
too funny.
It was not funny.
Ragnarok was corny.
No,
I
it
thought that's
wasn't. No, it
the
wasn't.
theme of both of those movies.
Nope. In Ragnarok, the humor was right where in the sweet spot. And in Thor: Love and Thunder, it was way too much. They were doing too much in that movie. He was doing way too much.
Yep.
It's like
All right, I gotta rewatch Ragnarok.
You do.
I really do.
Ragnarok had like the right amount of humor, and then I feel like he took like how well that was received, and then just went like totally. He just went
like crazy.
He just went crazy with it. And it was too much.
Because I don't disagree with you guys, so I gotta just go back with Ragnarok and see how funny it was.
Yeah, you just have to do a rewatch.
The type of humor.
You just have to do a rewatch.
I agree that the Love and Thunder, he was off the rails, ridiculous with it.
Yeah, it was too much. So I put it in F. That movie was a complete failure to me and a waste of time. I was excited for it for no reason. I was so mad. I was mad the entire time.
Yeah, I was. Yeah, I was definitely interested to see. I mean, shoot, you got Christian Bale acting his freaking butt off.
Yeah,
and then it just kind of went nowhere. I was like,
a waste. It was
a waste. A complete waste.
Gosh, I was so
super waste.
Y'all, do y'all ever watch those movies or experience the movie that's so corny that it turns out to be a like entertaining watch?
No.
Like that's what it is to me. Like it's so corny and like in a funny way. Like I was laughing out loud by myself in the movie theater to Love and Thunder. Like I found mad parts mad funny. A lot of the jokes didn't hit though, but there was some, and I didn't like Thor's jokes. I thought a lot of the other jokes hit, and Zeus is weird. But other than that,
I laughed the first couple of times in the beginning, but then as the plot continued, I was like, it wore off. The funniness that I experienced in the beginning, it wore off. I was like, I hate everything that's happening.
The sword, the one axe is getting jealous of the other. The hammer,
right? It was too much.
But that joke went just a little too long for me personally. Like once, maybe twice, but after that, it's like, all right, like let's, you know what I mean.
And the goats, they gotta bring back the goats.
No.
Oh gosh, nah, I'm good.
No.
Yeah, I need my time back from that movie, man. I need it back.
I will I will literally never watch that movie again. I will never watch it again.
No.
Okay, but can we talk about the wasted potential of having Thor with the Guardians of the Galaxy? Because I think that could have worked.
Yeah.
It could have worked.
That could have worked so well.
That was
a gimmick. I feel like they didn't even need to make another Thor movie. They could have just had Thor with Guardians in Volume 3.
Exactly. Like, wasted potential. Wasted potential.
100% wasted. But Brandon, overall, I like your tier list. I like your tier list better than Jaja and James's. So
Thank you.
Black Panther and B or A. It's already a miss. It's already a miss.
Yeah,
But
crazy.
James-
Congratulations, bro.
Crazy, bro.
I got both there though.
So we gotta
I
go
got
through.
both there.
I'm excited to see
Even
Rasheed's.
worse.
Well, James's tier list was entirely invalid because he didn't remember anything. He didn't remember any of the movies, so now he has to redo it. Now that he's rewatching
I'm
everything,
working on it.
Okay.
Oh, man.
Black Panther gonna be an S though.
Oh, for sure. Yeah.
All right. Let's see Rasheed's now. I'm excited. Okay. Oops. Let me move Brandon's name out of there because that's confusing. Okay. So.
Oh,
That is
Rasheed's list is funny.
Okay.
Oh wow. Your
This is more
F tier is
respectable.
hilarious.
Wow.
Okay, Quantumania's down there. Okay, now I understand what you were saying earlier. Okay, I got you.
That movie's terrible, man.
Dang, yo.
All right.
Dang, yo.
So-
You weren't banging with no Thor movie.
He really wasn't. He wasn't.
Except Ragnarok. Apparently,
yeah,
Ragnarok's a
Wait.
good film.
Wait. Is this the first Iron Man that you have an E, or is this Iron Man 2?
That's number 2.
Oh, okay. I was about to. Okay, cool. So let's start from the
Yeah, we
top.
could tap in.
I was like, so in your S tier, you have Infinity War. You have Captain America: Winter Soldier. You have the first Black Panther, and you have Spider-Man: No Way Home. So kind of similar, I think, except for
Respectable.
you put Black Panther in S. Okay, so explain your S tier.
I mean, when I think about my S tier, these are kind of like the real elite movies, the ones that just to me are above all the other ones. High rewatchability, great story, great action. Like Brandon said, I think Infinity War, that's kind of a given. That movie was just perfect, right? And I didn't really have like any idea of like how that was going to end. So like how it ended, knowing that, you know, we knew what was going to happen in the next movie, but just like it felt like there was some real stakes to that one.
Mm-hmm.
And then Winter Soldier, I thought that was done perfectly with action, storytelling, bringing Bucky back in. He was getting loose on everybody.
Mm-hmm.
Captain America was getting loose on everybody. The whole Hydra tossing and whatnot, and just like kind of like the side story or mission of like Nick Fury and Black Widow and whatnot. It just felt good.
Mm-hmm.
Black Panther, I kind of already told my spiel on that one. Easy. I mean, it's just that's one for the culture. My favorite movie, etc. R.I.P. Chadwick. And then Spider-Man, I think No Way Home is what it's called. I mean, I just love that movie. Like, not only for the nostalgia, aspect of it, but while the plot, I can't see why it is questionable. I thought the action was dope. Like, Spider-Man got slammed through like 18 floors of an apartment, dog. Like, that's my favorite part of the movie, just like the action and like them actually getting active and whatnot. So that's my
the action was good in that movie. It was.
Yeah.
It was.
Mm-hmm.
Okay. So like I said, I understand why Spider-Man No Way Home is a people's S tier. Your S tier, I think I agree with your S tier. It's good. You have a good S tier.
Cool.
All right. So in A, you have Civil War, you have Wakanda Forever, you have Spider-Man Far From Home, you have Spider-Man Homecoming, and you have Avengers Endgame. I think the only one I don't agree with being in here is Spider-Man Far From Home. I didn't think Far From Home was that good.
I feel like they just did Spider-Man so well in the Marvel universe. Like,
they did.
Yeah.
But it definitely,
Yeah,
I don't think Far From Home and Homecoming should be in the same. Homecoming was way better than Far From Home, I think.
that's fair.
I can agree with that too.
That's honestly, I mean, I kind of want to put all three of them in the S tier just based on just like looking at everyone's trilogies and how they did them. But I guess like Far From Home and Homecoming, to me, they weren't really that far apart, just from my opinion.
I mean, and the Spider-Man trilogy is one of the best that exists, I think,
for sure.
in the MCU. Yeah. Oh, the best.
Mm-hmm.
Correction, James.
Best,
I don't know.
yeah.
I would argue
Probably.
that Guardians is good. I feel like Guardians gives Spider-Man a run for its money too, but it's one of
I actually agree with that also. I think the Guardians trilogy is a bit more consistent in its quality.
I agree with that. With that. Why? Okay, so I was interested to know, because Brandon, you had Wakanda Forever and the first Black Panther in your S tier, right? So I'm interested to know, Racheed, why you have Wakanda Forever in A. Like, why do you think it was less good? No, James. James wants to know too.
So my A tier is definitely like the ones that I felt that were close to S tier. Wakanda Forever was good. It was great. I did enjoy the movie a lot. I think I saw it twice. It to me just kind of, I didn't have the same reaction that I had with the first Black Panther movie. While it was great, I think to me, I had such a different feeling with the first one compared to the second one, and like everything surrounding, Chadwick's passing and whatnot, definitely made it a bit more sadder too. So while it was great, it didn't hit the same mark of like the first one to me. But I loved it. Like I loved the story. I loved Namor. Like he got loose. Him and his people came through. Got smoked. Really, it's A tier because they killed Angela Bassett. How about that? Angela Bassett. It can't be S tier because of that.
I can agree with that because I really feel like there was no reason to kill her off.
Yeah, they just smoked her.
It was unexpected. I was not expecting them to kill her off, so I was very surprised when they did that.
Yeah. Every superhero has to go through that loss. I'm starting to understand because, they all they some of them catch me off guard, and then I look back and be like, how did that catch me off guard? This happens to every single one of them.
I know, but like,
true.
I feel like that's a trope that we can just get rid of. I feel like it doesn't. I'm actually very tired of the death of a loved one makes you like propels you to like the hero that you're supposed to be type thing. I feel like we can. I feel like we can stop doing that now. We've seen it happen enough.
And that movie is like we're already starting the movie off like on loss already. So I just felt like killing her mom off too. Just kind of felt a little over the top to me.
Yeah, I agree with that.
I mean, she lost, her dad back in, Civil War,
right?
Her brother, and this. I mean, like, dang, you know what I mean?
It's a lot. It's a lot.
I mean, it's shoot, man.
I agree. It was a lot. I feel like it was too much. I actually haven't. I've only watched Wakanda Forever once. I have to watch it again. But I have to watch it.
I mean, I know a lot of people had the second one better than the first one, but I agree with Racheed. I think the first one's better than the second one. The main fact that Chadwick Boseman isn't in the second one. So
I definitely think the first one is better than the second one.
Right there for me.
Yeah.
So.
Yeah. All right. So in your beat. Oh, go ahead. Sorry.
Oh, I was just gonna say that I loved that all of the side characters really from the first one came back in the second one and just gave amazing performances. Absolutely amazing performances. Like they showed out.
Yes.
But it's it's tough because I mean you're losing your lead. You know what I mean? And I don't think anyone really filled it, but they did a good job of holding the film up.
Yeah.
Right.
Yeah.
Yeah, it still deserves to be an A tier. I agree with you.
Yeah, I agree. I agree with its spot in A tier. I was just curious as to why. But I totally agree with your take on why you have it less for sure. James, did you have Wakanda Forever in your A tier? I think you did, right? Did you?
It was no lower than that. I can guarantee you that
much. All right, so in your B tier, you have Guardians of the Galaxy Volume. Is that the first one? Yes. Then you have Guardians of the Galaxy Volume 2, Thor Ragnarok, Doctor Strange and the Multiverse of Madness, Captain America, the first one, the first Iron Man 3, and Guardians of the Galaxy Volume 3. So you also have, I think, is this the same as Brandon's? You have all three of your Guardians movies or did you have it in A, Brandon? I don't remember.
I think mine was in A.
Okay, but you had all three of them on the same tier, and then Racheed, you also have all three of them on the same tier, so that's interesting. So you thought they were all equally as good across the board.
All right, so disclaimer: I haven't seen Volume 3, but the reception I've gotten from everybody has been great. So usually when the movie drops, I ask everybody how was it, and there hasn't been any negative on Volume 3, but in terms of 1 and 2 and what I've heard from 3, I felt like I said, in terms of a trilogy, Guardians has been pretty consistent with the tone, the storytelling, the action, the silliness of it. So I feel like they probably need to be in the same tier. When I see Volume 3, it might change. That could have been A or B for me because I don't think they got anything wrong in the Guardians movies that I've seen so far.
They definitely have not, but also I'm very surprised you haven't seen Volume 3 yet. What's going on over there? What's the holdup?
Hey, it's on Disney Plus. I've been trying to watch it, but my significant other is kind of slowing me down. So
listen, that's the best one, Racheed.
You just got to sit down and watch it. That's it.
Yeah, I know for sure.
You definitely have to see it. Thor Ragnarok, good spot for it. Thank you for acknowledging that it is a good movie that needs to be higher up there.
It's the best one.
It is the best one. It's definitely the best one, for sure. Jaja, I don't know what's going on over there.
Listen, I think the masses agree with you, Shannon. I'm the one
They
over
do.
there on the island.
They do. They do. But this is a good B tier. I don't know if I think Brandon, you also had Multiverse of Madness in B. I just don't know.
I did. Yep.
I just don't know. I don't know. I gotta watch that movie again. I've only seen it one time. All the movies in phase 4 and 5 I've only seen once. So I just need to like give them a second watch and see what my opinions are.
Yeah. Okay.
So in C you have Ant-Man. You have, is this the first Avengers that you have in C? Oh my God. Wait. What's going on there? What's going on?
I'm not mad at that. I can see why.
The first Avengers movie was awesome. No way.
I appreciate it. Exactly.
For its time, it was awesome. Now compared to the other ones.
No, exactly. I feel like it still has very high rewatch value. I watch the first Avengers movie all the time, and it still holds up, and it's really good. And I feel like it should at least be in B, not C. C means it was mid, and it definitely was not a mid movie.
I mean, just like Jaja said, like for its time, it was great. But like just looking, like I think I watched it like a couple weeks back, and I was just like, man, this seems so cheese. Like everything about it, everything about it, like from where it started to like where Marvel is now, it just doesn't. It felt good. It felt very clunky, with the exception like maybe Iron Man. Like I feel like Iron Man's been consistently tough through these movies, but yeah, just like even Loki being the villain and just like the plot of like everybody invade New York there at the end, and I'm always mad. Hulk, it didn't do it for me, man. It didn't do it.
I am in shock. I cannot believe it. Nope. I refuse. Guys, without the first Avengers movie, there wouldn't be anything. There would not be anything. It was so it's a classic. It's so good. I don't think anything is cheese about it when you watch it back.
So listen, we can't be mad at him liking we all like say the Guardians third one is the best. It's just it's kind of the same thing for the Avengers. Like as it went on, it got better. That's all we're saying.
It's cool. Yeah. It's all right.
It's a great movie.
Yeah. Played in age cool as well. I think.
C for cool. C for cool. It's cool.
You said it in age. C for cool. Okay.
I'm weak.
You said it didn't age as well, Brandon? Is that what you said?
Yeah. But to me, like that first like hour or so of the film is a little slow for me anyway. Mm-hmm. But I get it, because like we're bringing like all these different characters together. We need to put them together. We need to have like conflict, and so like I get it, but dang, like the movie takes a little while to really get going. For me, anyway.
Okay. Guys, I don't know. That makes me sad, but I respect it. I respect it. Okay, so you also have the first Doctor Strange in C. You have Shang-Chi in C. You have Eternals in C. Y'all have Eternals too high up there. I don't know.
I like the Eternals.
What? You like Eternals?
I like Eternals. I feel like Eternals got such a bad rap. Like I feel like Eternals was just like, you got to take it for what it was, and it's just like a good watch. Like there's no, not that we've seen yet truly. I know we've like seen like the rumors and articles and stuff, but like watch it without thinking about like what Marvel implications there are or what's next. It was just like a solid watch with some new characters that I wasn't aware of, and I thought they had a pretty decent cast, and like I thought it was fun how they demonstrated like their abilities and stuff too. So like the plot, I could see why like people would say like, oh, Eternals is bad, but like just like overall as a movie, like I enjoyed it. Like I watched it a couple of different times too.
Really? It was too long. That was my biggest thing. I don't think I'll watch it again because it was so long and so slow. Like that movie was slow.
Yeah,
I can see that.
Also,
Eternals is underrated.
I feel like it's like,
I think so.
It's like it's two movies put into one, because we got the plot of was it the Deviants, I think. Mm-hmm. And then we've got the plot of the
Celestials.
Yeah, like coming out of of the earth
Yeah, it was a lot.
2 movies. Easy.
It was a lot packed in, definitely. It was a lot packed into one.
It was a lot packed in. I don't know. Maybe I'll watch it. Maybe I have to watch it again. I have to watch all these movies again in 4 and 5. That's what I just don't find any of them to have high rewatch value except Spider-Man.
What about Shang-Chi though? Shang-Chi is so tough.
I've only seen Shang-Chi once too, but Shang-Chi I liked. So I don't know if Shang-Chi belonged in C. I think I would have put it in B.
I fell asleep during that first watch, man. I couldn't do it.
Crazy.
I thought Shang-Chi was very gassed for me personally. Like every time I watched it more, it just like didn't really get that much better to me. Like it was once again, it's cool and good watch, but I don't know. Some people are like putting that like above, like they're putting that on the same level as like Infinity War and Black Panther and etc. Like I couldn't. Like it just
not all that.
I didn't hear none of that.
None of that.
It's just a good watch.
I put it with Black Panther. Like I personally would argue it's one of the better origin films in the MCU. I would put this up there with like Iron Man, honestly.
I agree. Is it because of Awkwafina? Did she just put you off the whole thing? Because she did. I could have done without her in the movie.
She definitely like
ruined
it to me. Like no point. Like they got her in there like shooting bow and arrows and stuff. Like
I liked her in the movie.
Y'all
killed me for this a couple pods ago, but I liked her in the movie.
Her role, it was just I'm like. So now you're a bow and arrow master. How long?
Yeah,
2 hours.
Out of nowhere.
Out of nowhere. I didn't like it. Nope.
It wasn't for me.
Nope.
That fight between him and his dad was tough.
Yeah, it was a good fight.
Was so cold.
Mm-hmm.
That. My fault. Go ahead.
No. God, I was saying I agree with you. So I think that Shang-Chi should maybe be in B, but I respect your opinion about why you have it in C. I can see it. Avengers Age of Ultron, I think I agree with the C tier. I think that Jaja and James, I think you both had it higher. I don't remember. But I think I also had it in C. Yeah.
Yeah, I had it in B.
I was feeling in B.
It was good. I don't know. When I think of just Age of Ultron in the mix of like all the other Marvel movies, I forget it sometimes.
Forget about it, yep. Mm-hmm.
Yeah, like I forget about it. And like I thought Ultron was good. And I like the actor who voiced them. But yeah, it just feels kind of forgettable.
Yeah.
But low key though, that movie might be the most important film, like in the first 3 phases, because it sets up Endgame, it sets up WandaVision, it sets up a bunch of like of different things though.
You mean because it introduces those characters? I mean, yeah, I can see that.
My question is it better than the first Avengers?
I had him on the same thing. It probably is.
I don't think no.
I think it might be for real.
It's not.
I think it is.
It's not, but it does set up.
The villain was more interesting.
Yeah, for sure. The villain was more interesting.
The villain was more interesting than Loki.
And we didn't have to deal with the setup of everyone getting together. It was straight to the action.
Yeah,
that's true. That's true.
To it.
I guess it does set up a couple things though. That movie, like if you watch it over again, this movie was the first time that Wakanda was mentioned. And then you meet Claw in this movie for the first time, even though he didn't really have a lot to do with Black Panther at all. It
kind of sets up Tony's fear of, the aliens coming down and
it does. So I mean, I agree with it. I agree with you in that sense. Yes, it does set up a lot. All right, so in your D tier, you have Ant-Man and the Wasp, you have Black Widow, you have Captain Marvel, you have the Incredible Hulk. I feel like your D tier is exactly the same as Brandon's D tier was.
Pretty close, yeah, it's pretty close.
Yeah.
I
think I have Black Widow like 1 tier higher, I think.
I can see that.
Let me just scroll back up real quick. Oh yeah, you did.
I actually didn't.
It's off by a little bit.
Yeah. I thought Black Widow got a bad rap.
That's what I'm saying.
While it's in my D tier, I did enjoy the movie. I just think, like you guys said earlier, it felt very like odd time wise, like in terms of when it dropped.
Yeah. That's what I'm saying. I think it would have been much better received if it came out in the correct like placement in the timeline. It was a good movie.
Right. Just go back and watch it in timeline order on DC Plus, and it'll fit in. I think that movie was fire. I love it.
It was straight.
It was good.
Oh yeah.
It does hit differently when you watch it in the right time, right time order.
I'm just mad they didn't get into Bangladesh or wherever they keep it.
Right. I don't think it was in Bangladesh. It was Budapest.
Yeah, Budapest. Yeah. I'm mad they didn't get into that.
I know that's what everyone was hoping for, but nope,
I really wanted to see that.
Yeah,
it's a shame.
All right, in your E tier, you have Quantumania and you have Iron Man 2. I agree. Iron Man 2 sucked. Iron Man 2 was not good. I didn't like it.
Yeah. Iron Man 2 was not like that. It's very forgettable, terrible villain.
Very forgettable.
With the dude with the little whiplash thing. Shout out to the Rhodey, I guess, finally being War Machine. Mm-hmm. But yeah, very forgettable movie.
So the third one was better than the second one?
It was. For sure. 100% was.
Oh, easily.
For sure.
100% it was.
Yeah, no question.
No questions. Jaja, you like the second one better than the third one?
100%.
Oh, no.
Wow.
No.
Mm-hmm.
Wow.
Facts.
Yeah.
I thought the villain in the third one was trash. I didn't like him at all.
Oh, wow.
I mean, I can see that.
I like the third one. I was like that.
The second one sucked.
Yeah, the second one
sucked. You had stupid whiplash, and then you had the stupid Mandarin, the fake Mandarin. I'm like, what is happening right now? Like, I just feel like there was too much.
I was more excited for Iron Man going up against War Machine. That's my favorite part of the movie. Where they fought.
Oh wait, was Mandarin in the second one or the third one? No, I'm confusing. Oh, never mind. I mean, that part I didn't like either, but the movie was still better. The third movie was still better than the second one. Whiplash sucked though as a villain.
Yeah, terrible.
Whiplash was a bad villain.
Like, we know how we all feel about Quantum. I thought it was a really bad movie. Like, I just thought it was really bad. Right? Not good at all.
I hear you.
Interesting though. You have Thor 1, 2, and 4 in your F tier. So I agree with 2, The Dark World and Love and Thunder, but I didn't think that the first Thor was that bad to be an F. I thought the first Thor was good. It was tolerable.
I didn't really like, I just feel like the action wasn't really like that. The story was okay, like, he needs to regain honor and, being worthy of like the hammer or whatnot. But like the final scene between like him and Loki wasn't really crazy to me, and fighting that big like metal monster wasn't either. It just felt really boring to me. And like he had like these weird like bleached eyebrows and that. I don't know if y'all remember that. Like they were trying to make him like, excessively blonde. It was kind of weird. Mm-hmm. All the Thors, with the exception to Ragnarok.
With the exception of Ragnarok was the best Thor movie.
Yeah,
best one. And Thor's had too many. Thor's the only character in the franchise that's had 4 movies where I don't think it was necessary for him to have 4 movies at all. But yet here we are. Like,
give my boy Spider-Man another movie.
I'm saying I'll take more Spider-Mans.
I'll take another Spider-Man.
It's coming,
I would have taken another Guardians too if freaking James Gunn didn't leave us to go to DC. I feel like we could have had another Guardians. We could have had a 4th Guardians movie.
True that.
That's fine. But overall,
Guardians of the Galaxy.
Exactly. We didn't even get to see that at all. You know what I mean? Like they kind of set it up at the end of Endgame, and then like they were in Thor: Love and Thunder for like 2 minutes, and then that was it. So
yeah, and then
wasted opportunity.
Yeah,
wasted opportunity.
That was crazy.
Overall, I like your tier list. I think that I'm vibing with Brandon's a little more than Racheed's. But yours was still good though. Yours was still good.
Oh, man.
Jaja, I don't remember what was on your tier list, so I don't know whose I liked more.
Jaja had the best one. He's featured on the website.
Okay.
Yeah. For real?
Wow.
Yeah.
Okay.
Hey, yo.
I have a hard time believing it because it was the best one. I don't know about all that.
I gotta go back to see how many likes I got over there.
Oh God.
They might owe Jaja some money.
I couldn't believe that. I couldn't believe it because Jaja has such hot takes that like it's hard to like. I don't understand how it's ended up.
Takes are pretty hot.
I'll tell you why too.
All right. Speaking of hot takes, so really quickly, I kind of want to get your guys' thoughts on like this new phase of Marvel that we're coming into now is the multiverse saga, and I feel like everyone now is trying to incorporate the multiverse into their storylines in some way. DC is kind of go in that direction. Well, they were with the Flash. I don't really know what implications that's going to have on the DCEU in the future. But then Marvel's been doing it for a while. So, but in two very different takes. So I kind of want to hear your guys' thoughts on who you guys think is doing the multiverse better right now. Do you think it's like Spider-Verse? You mean Miles Morales?
Oh yeah.
You're talking about? Okay.
Oh yeah. So
okay.
much better.
Explain why. Why do you feel that way?
Because what they're doing with Miles and his character is they're taking everything that makes all the other Spider-Man, and it's kind of doing like a character study, like in a way, and trying to break down what makes, like a Spider-Man, a hero.
Yep.
And with Marvel and DC, from what I've seen, like anyway, it's really just a way to bring it in like cameos of characters that we already know and love, and they're not doing anything like interesting with the idea of multiple versions of the same person going through, different things. So honestly, I feel like they're both kind of fumbling it in a way.
That's a good take, though. I like what you said, and I think I agree with it. Racheed, what do you think? Do you have a different opinion?
No, I probably agree. I mean, I think I just watched the latest Spider-Verse like a couple weeks back, and I loved it. So I agree. Like, I really do feel like it's very gimmicky the way like Marvel and DC are doing it as a whole, but the way Spider-Verse has handled it, like, I don't really feel like they're introducing, like Brandon's point, not really introducing anybody for like shock value or anything. It's just like really fun, and it feels fresh. And it's like super duper interesting how they're telling that story. It's like, I'm looking forward to like the next one, whenever it comes out.
Yeah.
24, 25, whatever. But yeah, I like Spider-Verse. Yeah.
But you guys can argue, but Spider-Man No Way Home is kind of technically did the same thing though, didn't it?
I was actually going.
Oh, yeah, like, on a smaller scale though.
Yeah, I was definitely going to like add that part in, and like I do think that they were definitely taking notes from Into the Spider-Verse in that film, and like it was more than just like, oh, here's Toby and here's Andrew. Like, no, like they are like actual characters in the film. They're gonna teach him some things and help him grow as a Spider-Man. And so that's why like I appreciate that film more. But I mean, so far with like, well, no, because like I would say that Loki was like, was like a solid use of it. Well, solid like intro of it. And then like the Multiverse of Madness was kind of with it.
Yeah, it's kind of what does it.
Multiverse. So
did the Multiverse of Madness actually have anything to do with the multiverse? I don't remember. It didn't, right? Like I've only seen it one time, but I remember.
Yeah,
I don't think so.
He did.
Did it?
I mean, America Chavez traveled through universes, and so did Doctor Strange.
Right.
He possessed his body.
And then he went. Yes,
Wanda,
I forgot. Yep. I forgot. And the whole separate universe with the Illuminati. Right. Got it. Okay, I remember now. But like not really in an impactful way at all.
I didn't really feel like it really had implications for real to like the overall multiverse, like I guess like story. Whereas like I thought Spider-Man done it well, like did it right, and then I guess Loki has like those implications in terms of just like the multiverse, them killing like the Kang or wherever they call them. So like that's where like I feel like those two, they kind of got it right. But like ever since then, like how everything else has continued, and I think multiverse has been like relatively quiet, I guess. I know it's gonna like speed up a bit more with the next couple of movies, but I don't know. I'm not as excited about it as I was like when I first started. So hopefully like the next season of Loki, changes that though.
Yeah. What about What If? Did What If handle the multiverse correctly?
I loved What If.
Yeah.
I like What If a lot.
I thought it was super creative, like how they like used it, I mean, man, like come on. I mean like we had, T'Challa as Star-Lord. I mean, come on, like that's so like that was so cool. Probably my favorite episode of the whole show. And then probably the last, was it episode 8, I think, when when like Ultron came and he was like, just like messing up like everybody.
He's cooking everybody.
That was crazy. And he was fighting was it the Watcher?
Mm-hmm.
That was tough. That I want more stuff like that to happen.
Mm.
That was cool.
I actually never finished that show. I just remember now. I did not watch the last episode. I know.
Oh.
Don't look at James. I see you side-eye me. Don't.
Might be a fraud, Shannon.
Uh-oh.
You gotta
I
redo your
know.
tier list now.
I know.
Yeah, what's going on?
I know.
Uh-oh.
I don't know, guys. I don't know. But yeah, so the way that the Flash did it, it was just, I feel like it was kind of weird. I feel like that movie, that like, it was a weird take on it, and I feel like they purposely tried to bash the way that Marvel was doing it, like in Batman's whole spiel about how it works, and I was like, I don't like this explanation that he just gave, and like it was weird, and the way they went about it. So like, I definitely don't think that is a contender for anything, but especially because like, with DC, like I just feel like nothing's gonna come of it. Like George Clooney came out as Batman, but I feel like that's not gonna mean anything going forward.
Oh, no,
so it's like there's no point in even like considering it to be a contender at all. Jaja, what do you think? What's your favorite? Who's doing it the best?
I was gonna say Spider-Man Across the Spider-Verse or that trilogy.
Mm-hmm.
But you guys brought up some good points with Loki and What If.
Mm-hmm.
For different reasons. I feel like just because the vastness of the multiverse, they showed like these characters can be in any shape or form. It could be an animal version of this character. It could be a different gender version of this character. I like that What If did the mixing match of powers. Like here's the power set on somebody else. That was dope. If I were to choose one, I guess Loki because of the story. So that's where I'm at with it.
Yeah. I think I'll appreciate Loki more the more that we see the implications of the branch timeline, like from that specific show. So like, I don't think we've really seen it yet. So when that actually starts to happen, presumably after we watch after season 2 starts, maybe then, so we'll see.
Yeah, honestly, like I'm just waiting for all this to just kind of come together, and
I know it's taking way too long
and fully connect, because now it's just kind of pieces.
Yeah, there are different things happening, and it's like taking way too long to accumulate into anything. But like, I also have to remember that like when Marvel first started, like when you watch everything, I guess it took a long time for things to accumulate when we didn't know. But like, it's hard to remember a time where like we didn't know like what it was leading up to. Now that's all I remember.
We have been spoiled because those first 10 years was a grind.
For sure.
Yeah.
That's what made the first Avengers so huge.
Yeah. But there were. Oh no, go ahead, Brandon. Go ahead.
Like I was gonna say, like, and that's why, like, I personally will always defend Phase 4, because like this is like the rebuilding stage.
Yeah,
and I mean, like all of our like major players are gone, so it's like, all right, so we gotta, build up the players that we still have, and then get like new in there. So I
guess I'm just expecting.
Yeah, basically,
it's a soft reset, but there's like no indication of like any connect, because like when you think back to like phases 1 through 3, there were like little hints about like what was starting to happen. Like you saw Thanos for the first time in Avengers, like in the end credit scene, and then you saw him again in Guardians of the Galaxy, the first one, and then you like in the actual movie, and then like you saw another end credit scene with Thanos. So like you kind of saw it like building up, and you kind of see like what was like, oh, like what's going on. But like I feel like there's no indication of like anything that's happening. So like we're just going, and I have no clue where we're going at all.
Yeah.
Like
I can appreciate that, because like in the comic books, like we should be used to like a reset of everything. Like it always happens. Hey, we're gonna bring all these characters back because the whole world reset, and we haven't gone through that yet in the MCU. I feel like it's gonna come after Secret Invasion or something like that. Not Secret Invasion.
Secret Wars.
Kang Dynasty.
Kang Dynasty, yeah.
Like I can see it happening with all the Skrulls running around, with all the Kangs running around. But right now we're still in one like big story. Like we haven't gone through that real reset where like it's everybody's back, different characters, new story. So I
don't know. I feel like we went through a whole phase, and now we're in another phase, and I just feel like nothing has come up. The 2 phases that we're in.
We
so
had
far.
a filler phase.
We'll see.
Can I ask y'all a question?
Yes.
Do you think that they are building towards 2 different Avengers teams? So one team to handle Secret Wars and one team to handle the Kang stuff?
That's
I think they're building up to more than 2 Avengers team.
I think
Really?
so.
I think they're gonna have.
It's gonna be multiple
Young Avengers. We had the new Avengers in the comic. You had the regular Avengers. You got Midnight Suns. You got there's so many different things. I
don't think they're doing all that though.
Yeah, man, we're getting Midnight Suns eventually. Definitely.
We'll see.
100% with Blade and
that would be dope.
Mm-hmm. But that's a good point though, because there's 2 very big different things happening here. There's like the Skrull invasion happening, and then there's the multiverse with like Kang, and like I don't really see a world where those 2 things are crossing over into each other. So maybe
we're getting that Dark Avengers team, Thunderbolts. There's a lot of different teams. So
I mean, because like you got let me see, you got a new Cap, got Bucky, got the new Hawkeye. I guess the old Hawkeye. I guess he's still like around. I just don't see how how they could factor into the Kang stuff, because I mean that's like much higher level stuff.
Yeah.
But if they were with like the more of like the like grounded threat, like the Skrulls, I feel like that makes more sense for for them. And then Captain Marvel and was it oh gosh, what's her name? Photon,
Photon.
And Miss Marvel. They're probably gonna handle like the bigger stuff.
Hopefully, we'll see what happens in this next Marvel's movie. Where
I would put Miss Marvel with the Young Avengers, if you ask me.
Yes, I mean she probably is going to be with the Young Avengers, but like
even Spider-Man, I would put him with the Young Avengers.
We haven't got any inclination of that happening either. Like it is going to happen. Like
we got introduced to like 15 different.
No, I know they were
about to grow up.
Yes, we're introduced to them, but like, how are these people coming together?
Yeah, that's what I want to know. Like I almost feel like we need one movie to bring them together and then go into like the Kang Dynasty and Secret Wars, because they're just kind of spread out everywhere. Like we haven't seen anyone come together, so
they don't know each other. I don't really know how it's
going to happen at once too. I think it's going to be piece by piece. Hey, these 2 are going to meet up. Oh, these 2 are going to meet up, and then I don't think it's too many. There's a lot of them right now.
Yeah.
And like we haven't seen a lot of them in a while, so I don't.
Yeah.
Well, I mean, we'll see. Yep. We'll see. Any other thoughts on Marvel and the multiverse in the future and all this other stuff?
Did we get James's take on which one was the best?
No, James. What is
Spider-Verse, of course.
Okay. I knew he was going to say that.
Yeah,
Spider-Man, everything.
No, yeah.
There you go.
Spider-Verse has you excited for the characters, where DC, I feel like they want you excited for cameos. Like, oh, we have George Clooney. Like, come see the movie. But it's not like this guy's an interesting character. It's just, oh, we have, OG Batman. So, yes. But Spider-Verse, they're definitely, like, you're interested in, like, why does this Spider-Man have a mecha? Why is this Spider-Man an animated pig? Like, you're interested in that stuff. So,
yeah, it's true. I just hope that Marvel picks it up soon, because I don't know, it's not the same.
Sony's killing it. Sony, you're doing your thing.
Sony is killing it.
They are.
But only with Spider-Man. That's the only thing Sony.
Are you sure? I was about to say, are y'all sure about that?
Yeah,
because we had Morbius.
As far as multiverse goes.
I know. That's the only thing.
What's going on with that? With that
Morbin
that
time.
Craven movie coming? I don't know what's going on. Oh man, Morbin.
That's going to be good. Yeah, that's going to be good.
Craven don't look too bad. Yeah, it actually looks pretty interesting.
Didn't they kill Venom?
I don't know, guys. Venom looked good too in the previews, but then
Yeah,
I was never sold on Venom.
I mean, what they did with Spider-Man makes it up for the rest of it, so it don't matter.
Yeah, balances out.
I'd agree with that.
I guess.
I'd agree with that. I mean, sure. I mean, because look, if the last one is, I mean, like amazing, it might be like top 3 greatest comic book trilogies of all time. Easy.
It already is.
I agree.
Oh, okay.
James is sold. James is sold on the Spider-Verse.
I'm sold too, honestly.
Yeah. I mean, hopefully, I can't wait for the next one to come out, whenever that is. It was delayed, so who knows when we're going to see it now.
Increase the budget as you need.
Got some strikes, so we gotta,
Yeah, I know. Yep.
Yeah.
Sounds like Shannon, you got to rewatch the Spider-Verses. I don't like your tone right now when we talking about Miles Morales.
Who, me?
Yeah.
Why? I love the Spider-Verse. First of all, I've never said anything bad about the Spider-Verse movies, so don't try to be funny, man.
I'm just checking the temperature.
I'm interested to see when they're gonna bring Miles Morales in live action into the MCU. That's what I'm waiting for next.
I'm
Get
nervous.
that guy from TikTok to do it.
What guy from TikTok? What?
The NPC Miles Morales.
Oh my god.
Oh man,
Chill out.
I'll ask him if he wants to come up here.
You have a lot to
do
say.
y'all think that? Do you think that he's gonna have a hard time being compared to the animated version of?
100%. He'll have that against him for sure. Yep.
Like that's gonna be tough. Like that's big shoes to fill.
Yeah, it is.
I think that should.
So that really has to be done like correctly. We'll see how they do it. I honestly don't even think we need it with the Spider-Verse stuff going on, but I don't know. We'll see. It just depends how they plan on introducing it. But we know it's a real thing because we saw Donald Glover in there in the Spider-Verse, so we'll see.
It made me upset that not too many people know just how big he was for Miles Morales. Like he helped him be created. Like and like so many people don't know that at all.
Wait, who are you talking about? You're not talking about who are you talking about? Donald Glover?
Yeah.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
Like the actual person, him, or like, oh, really? Oh,
he was huge for like the creation of Miles Morales.
He was campaigning for a while to get that done.
Okay, I did not know that actually. So that's good information. All right. Well, thank you guys for joining us. This is a very good conversation. And you guys are welcome to come back anytime you want. If there's something really passionate, like really interesting, like really, really cool going on that you're passionate talking about, we'd love to have you.
Ooh, appreciate it.
If your tier list change.
I appreciate it.
Yeah, if your tier list changed. your tier list might change. All right. Thank you guys. We gotta record our outro. But thank you for joining us.
Yeah.
All right. Thanks, y'all.
Thank you for
thanks
for having us.
Of course.
Yeah,
Thanks for joining. Appreciate it.
All right. See you guys.
Of course.
Bye.
See ya. Have a good one.
Thanks everyone for joining us for another episode. We hope that you enjoyed the tier lists of our two special guests. And if you have any rebuttals or if you want to send your own tier list, don't forget to send us an email, blerdsnerds@gmail.com. And as always, you can like us on Facebook, follow us on Instagram @Blerdsnerds, follow us at TikTok, Blerdsnerds_pod. And yeah, if you are a creator in the nerd space and you want to come on and talk about your work, email us at blerdsnerds@gmail.com. If there's any specific topic that you want us to cover, also email us at blerdsnerds@gmail.com. As always, I'm Shannon.
I'm James.
I'm Jaja.
Thanks for listening, guys. Bye.
Peace.